Hey, this is Wanda Farrar, the president of Farrar Inc., principal broker for both Metropolitan and Beach Living Realty Groups. Well, I'm here with the September check-in, and believe it or not, September the 1st is here. So, wanted to give you the tour stop for this month. So the 2023 MLRG Life and Style Tour Stop is a book discussion. And the book is titled The Radical King, and it is about the MLK legacy. The summary says, Wanda Sykes, LeVar Burton, Leslie Odom Jr., and Gabourey Sidibe had a cast of beloved actors performing 23 selections from the speeches, sermons, and essays of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Many never recorded during his lifetime. For the first time, teachers, students, and thoughtful listeners can hear dramatic interpretations of Dr. King's words, chosen and introduced by Cornel West. Many Americans didn't experience Dr. Martin Luther King's oratory or the hope and fears of the civil rights era. His words and dreams remain relevant, necessary, and inspirational today. The Radical King was a labor of love for Audible, the family of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and an A-list team of activist voice talent. So I'm excited to read this book. I started listening to the book. I started on Tuesday. The first chapter is called Radical Love, and it talks about just how loving he was, but how serious he was about the human rights and the rights of his people, and dealing with the trauma and the terrorism that was taking place during that time. And we're seeing it again. And so just like with Sankofa, you have to remember your past so that you won't repeat it in the future. So please feel free to join us for our book discussion, and that will be on Sunday, September the 24th, and it will start at 2 p.m. So you can sign up. It should be a link, and you can, and if you have a problem, just send a note to us and we'll help you out. So I hope you can participate. The second item that I wanted to mention is our meeting, our business meeting. And so for those of you who are interested in real estate or just things associated with real estate, maybe not doing it, but a lot of the information is relevant to what we all experience as far as living in a home, whether that's an apartment home or sometimes it is a home that you purchased or a family member has. And so our main topic will be realtor safety. September is Realtor Safety Month, and for those of you who may have been following us, one year, I think it was 2019, we went to the range. And we're not going to do that this time, but we're planning to go back sometime this year. And so we'll probably do a Where in the World is MLRG and show up at the fire range. But our meeting is Wednesday, September the 13th. It's at 6 p.m. We have several things on the agenda. Of course, talking about how we can practice protecting ourselves as realtors, but just as people in general. So there's some things we always have to remind ourselves about periodically, so that we're doing things in a way that that keeps us from being so vulnerable. We also have someone from a warranty company that I'm starting to use. It's the Super Warranty, and we plan to have a title company come and speak to us. So feel free, if you want to be a part of that discussion, you should just let us know and we'll get you the information. But hope you're having a wonderful start of your weekend. Have a wonderful Labor Day weekend for all of you laborers out there. We are the ones that keep this economy churning. And so we have 3 more tour stops, 2 game nights, and another book discussion. So you can sign up for those as well as the one for September now. They're all posted on the website. And I'll be back in touch at another point.
4, Overcoming the Tyranny of Poverty and Hatred. 2 decades ago, I was blessed to speak with the legendary Coretta Scott King. Her brilliant intellect, wise counsel, and spiritual fortitude had always inspired me. When I asked about the young Martin Luther King Jr., she said something that startled me. On my first date with Martin, I was surprised because I'd never met a black socialist before. Was the young king already the radical king? So when he was killed, love overflowed and rage overwhelmed us. We knew something had died in us because he had loved us so.
Several of us on the discussion. We have Miss Betty, Felicia, Sabrina, and moi. So I am going to share one of the clips that we'll be watching so that you can be a part of it. So here we go.
My question is, what is the role of higher education in generating the social change that Radical King spoke of? And what is the role of students and administrators at higher educational institutions in holding the system accountable for generating change?
Ooh, powerful question, especially at University of Chicago. Especially at University of Chicago. I mean, this is the bastion of the caretaker of the Western tradition and its canon and its great works and so forth. That look like Brother Nate right there. That's Brother Nate. Yes, indeed. We're talking about you. Saluting you, bro. But, and so a place like Chicago, same is true for Harvard, Yale, or Berkeley, and so forth, that we know the West has much to give, but we also know about the barbarism of the West. So the West has to be honest about its own will to truth and truthful about its barbarism. You see. But that means what? And this is something that universities rarely dispense or put a premium on, which is I was talking about before, courage. So universities have rarely been on the cutting edge of struggles for justice. They usually come in kicking and screaming, trying to finish their dissertations as to what's going on in the street as other folk are getting shot. And courage means what? Taking a risk. Courage means what? Going to the edge. Courage means what? Sacrificing your popularity for integrity.
Don't let anybody make you think that God chose America as his divine messianic force to be a sort of policeman of the whole world. God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, you are too arrogant. If you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power, and I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God.
I hope that you all can attend some of our future upcoming activities. We will be announcing it on the page. We have spades for October, and we have bingo in November, and then we have another book in December. And I think the name of that book should be Thought of the Oppressed by Cone. So I will definitely post that, or should be in on our page in our list of the 2023 tour stops. But I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday afternoon. Our guests are still here. Our discussion will continue for a little bit longer. Hopefully next time you'll be a part of it. But enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.